No creativity in India? Guys, welcome to my channel. No innovation, no creativity in India. This is what Steve Wozniak said when he recently visited India. Now, Steve Wozniak is the co-founder of the biggest brand of the world, and that is the Apple. So why Steve Wozniak feels that there is no creativity in India? Let's find out. Now there are three main points Steve Wozniak said. First, we can't innovate, no creativity. Second, that success in India is totally based on academics. It is based on academics, having a good job, and ultimately having a Mercedes. That's the definition of success for the people of India. And third, he said that even a company like Infosys can't innovate. Now, ever since he made these statements, he got badly trolled on the Twitter account by the people of India. And one of the person from the business sector, Anand Mahindra, also showed his discomfort. Now, as an educator, what I feel, whatever Steve Wozniak said, it does make sense. Now, companies like Infosys and TCS are doing great job for our country. Together, these companies contribute to the major GDP of our country. And if we talk about TCS, it has recently crossed 6 trillion rupees mark, which is the first country from India to do so, surpassing the Reliance industry. But still, there is something lacking. The innovation is lacking. I will tell you how. I will ask you a question. Name the product developed by Microsoft. I guess that's the Windows, MS Office, we definitely heard these names. Name the product developed by Apple. I guess the iPhone, the best product, and the software iOS. Now, name the product developed by Infosys. Any answer? Name the product developed by TCS. I guess majority of us don't know the answer because these companies develop the product that are customized based product, software that are developed for customers, client based software. They're mainly into the banking software where they sell products to the banks for handling the daily transactions. But then there is no innovation. Innovation is somewhere lacking. And this is where Steve Wozniak was pointing at. We don't have anybody like developing the Facebook or the apps like the WhatsApp. So these are the innovative products that are developed abroad and we here in India kind of follow them. So this is where we are lacking. It's not like we didn't had young entrepreneurs who did not brought innovations. We had Sabir Bhatia who developed the Hotmail, which was the first webmail service. But then he sold it to Microsoft. So somewhere there is a lack of conviction of taking it further. When Bill Gates visited India, he said that we want to hire maximum Indians in our company. So that if we don't hire them, the Indians will develop a company like Microsoft here itself. Which means if we Indians stay back in India, use the talent, show the commitment, we can definitely have companies like Microsoft. We can have companies like Google in India itself. Now, before all that happens, there are certain stereotypes that we need to break that exist in our society. Normally, there are certain easy steps or goals given by the parents to their children. And the first is to take a straight road, that is, focus only on academics and score high. Now, the second point is must become a doctor or an engineer. Now, there are some students who are made for engineering and there are some students who are not made for engineering and we forcefully make them engineers. And what happens is they turn out to be weak engineers and then no innovation. So we need to identify the right talent of a student and children. Maybe someone is finding something else more creative and interesting than becoming an engineer. So we have to give them the right direction to our children and youth. Now the third point is must take up a high paid job. Now the person who has a high paid job, having a great house and ultimately having a Mercedes will be labeled as successful, and the person who doesn't have it will be labeled as failure. So we really need to break this stereotype from our society. And once that happens, the person must get married. And last, which is very important, once the person gets married, must have kids. Possibly first child should be a son. So such conservative thinking is absolutely killing the creativity of our children. Now, we often do see such messages getting circulated in social networking sites where the Japanese attitude towards work is like, if one can do it, so I can do it. If no one can do it, I must do it. And the Indian attitude, if one can do it, let him do it. If no one can do it, how can I do it? अरे भाई, जब अगला ही नहीं कर पा रहा है तो मैं कहाँ से कर लूँगा? और ऊपर से अगर वो जापानीज या फिर अमेरिकन हो तब तो मैं बिल्कुल नहीं कर पाऊँगा. We should get more hurt by such messages than what Steve Wozniak said. It's a universal truth that in today's time, parents do not want that their children should take any risk by going in any kind of research or work towards innovation. So it's not like that we are not creative. We need to give our children and youth the right attitude and the confidence. It's about the conviction and the commitment. It's about letting them dare to do things what others can't do. It is the right skills that will separate them from the crowd. It's about teaching them not to run behind money and focus only on doing amazing work, and they will realize that money has now started running behind them. So let us change the proverb to something like the Indian attitude is, if one can do it, I can do it better. If no one can do it, I'm excited to do it because I love challenges. I am optimistic. Are you?